On tonight's program, I'm hosting two young women who are making a difference. So, apa caranya number?
Jazzy boy,
Zambia,
lazy
Zambia, King Dande, Kayambo,
the king of the dance hall.
Felix Felico, let's go, Zambia, Zambia, Zambia. Zambia, ingijo mupira Zambia, atachi, mupike bola, ekunkulu shamuele tula, mupike, awe, nativa Zambia, nativa Zambia.
Thank you so much for joining us. Sorry about that. We had sound issue, but now it's all sorted out. My name is Modern Sinkal, and welcome to Sports Hub. So on tonight's program, I'm hosting two young women who are making a difference in their respective sports disciplines, and I'll introduce them a little later on. As usual, I'll test you on how much you know your sportsmen and women. The last time I was here, I showed you a photo of Davie Spiri. So this is the former Zambia national football team goalkeeper who has retired. He's now a goalkeeper coach. He represented Zambia at the 1996 Africa Cup of Nations. Of course, the main goalkeeper was James Spiri, the late then. And then in 1998, he was the main man. Davie Spiri, that's Davie Spiri for you. In 2000, he was the main man, and 2002, he was the main man. So he is a Zambian legend, legendary goalkeeper there. But today, I have another one for you. How about the next one on the screen? Are you able to identify him? Which player is that one? What's his name? So you can give us a call on +211 250843, +211 250843, or +211 253025, 0211 253025, or send us a WhatsApp message on 0973 433 802, 0973 433 802. I'll be so happy to hear from you. But before I introduce my guest in the studio, let's look at some of the results from the weekend. Let's start with netball. Currently, there's a netball tournament taking place in Namibia. It's called the Penn Series Netball Tournament. And on day one, we saw Namibia beating Kenya by 25 goals to 0. That's in the first game, and Namibia the hosts. Then the second game, we saw Uganda whitewashing Zambia by 76 goals to 22. Then Malawi beat Zimbabwe by 56 goals to Malawi beat Zimbabwe by 56 goals to 38. On day 2, Uganda met with Malawi. By the way, these are the two strong teams in Africa. So Uganda beat Malawi by 59 goals to 43. Then Zimbabwe later on met Kenya, and it was Zimbabwe 56, Kenya 46, a difference of 10 goals there. Then today, later on, the game started at 16 hours. Zambia lost to Namibia by 53 goals to 33, a difference of 20 goals. So we hope Zambia will improve in the next game. From netball, we go to basketball in the Midlands Basketball Association League. Week 15 results. In the Super League, that's for men, it was Heroes Play United 61, Bulldogs 42. This was in a catch-up game. Nishati Denvers 54, Munali Suns 105. Hey, what a scoreline. It was a whitewash here. Heroes Play United 63, Unza Pacers 49, Green Buffaloes 57, Bulldogs 44, LCC Looters 87, KSM Giants 67. In the feminine category, it was Napsa Breeze 67, Nishati Shells 32. This was in a catch-up game, and then Napsa Breeze played another game, which was a week 15 game. They beat City Falcons by 64 points to 47. Magic Sparks 51, Unza Hanis 65. So these are the games that were played, but let's look at how they are standing on the table. In the Super League, Green Buffaloes leading by 29 points, followed by Napsa Hurricanes on 26 points, Heroes Play United 26 points, Munali Suns 25 points. In the feminine category, Napsa Breeze on top, 28 points, and Dolphins second position, 26 points, Green Buffaloes 26 points in third position, and Unza Hanis fourth position. From basketball, we go to the MTN Super League Week 9 results. On Saturday, it was Green Buffaloes nil, Kansanshi Dynamos nil, Kafue Celtic nil, Nkana 1. It was a noisy day when Nkana beat Kafue Celtic in Lusaka. Ronald Sate Kampamba scoring the only goal in the 31st minute. Lusaka Dynamos nil, Nkwazi 3. Stephen Mutama, Langson Mbewe scoring a brace. Stephen Mutama scoring 1 goal for Nkwazi. Forest Rangers 1, Cabo Warriors 1. Clifford Mulenga scoring for Forest Rangers. Akakulubelwa Mwachia was scoring for Cabo Warriors. Green Eagles nil, Indeni nil, Konkola Blades 1, Zesco United 1. Chacha Saya scoring for Konkola Blades, and John Chingandu scoring for Zesco United. On Sunday, it was a thrilling game, 6-goal thriller. Power Dynamos 3, Zanaco 3. What a game it was at Arthur Davis Stadium. Then Butcon nil, Red Arrows nil, Prison Leopards 2, Chambishi 1. Goals scored by Levi Zulu and Junior Zulu. It was the day of the Zulus for Prison Leopards. Then Kelvin Chomba scored for Chambishi. Going to the lower tier now in the FAS Eden University National Division 1 League. With 9 results. On Saturday, it was Young Green Buffaloes 1, Zesco Malite Rangers 1, Muza 1, Kito United 1, Trident 1, Wapula Green Eagles 1, and Changa Rangers 1, Napsa Stars 0, Livingston Pirates 1, Goms 1, and then Jumulo 1, Police College 1. It looks like it was a week of 1-all draws. On Sunday, it was Kaisa nil, City of Lusaka 2, and Quattro Kalumbila 3, Young Green Eagles 0, Lumwana Radiants 3, mighty Mufulira Wanderers, who were not so mighty on this day, losing by 3-1. And from Zambia, we go to England in the English Premier League Week 10 results. On Saturday, it was Leicester City 0, Arsenal 2. You may be aware that Patson Daka plays for Leicester City. So Patson Daka's team lost by 2-0 at the hands of Arsenal. Burnley 3, Brentford 1, Liverpool 2, Brighton 2. This is a game where Zambia's Enoch Mwepu scored a goal. So it was 2-2. Manchester City 0, Crystal Palace 2, Newcastle United 0, Chelsea 3, Watford 0, Southampton 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0, Manchester United 3. It was another noisy day after Manchester United's win. On Sunday, it was Norwich City 1, Leeds United 2, Aston Villa 1, West Ham United 4. And yesterday, Monday, it was Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Everton 1. So I must say Zambian players were on fire the past weekend. Fashion Sakala scoring a hat-trick when he was playing for Rangers. His first hat-trick, he announced his arrival at Rangers. Then Enoch Mwepu scored for Brighton. Emmanuel Banda scored for Djurgårdens in Sweden. Ivan Skangwa scoring for Arsenal Tula. So it shows that the future is bright for Zambian football. So let me now play a song for the Bola Nalesa boys, because most of these who are scoring were part of the 2017 team that won the Africa Cup of Nations under 20 level. Fashion Sakala, Patson Daka, Enoch Mwepu, Emmanuel Banda, all these. So let's listen to a song done by various artists titled Bola Nalesa.
Jazzy boy,
Zambia, Zambia, Kiburu, Wagwa, King Dande, Kayambo,
the king of the dance hall.
Felix Feligo, Mangwi. Let's go, Zambia, Zambia, Zambia.
Bola ni paise, tulewina lelo. Bola ni paise, tulewina. Bola ni paise, tulewina Zambia. Bola ni paise, tulewina. Bola, 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 bola nalesa bola, bola. Zambia win the bola, bola. Zambia day bola, 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 bola. Bola ni paise, tulewina lelo. Bola ni paise, tulewina. Bola ni paise kwa Zambia, tulewina lelo.
We are African champion. Celebrate Mozambiani. Kunkulu chechi baba Zambia. Ingijo mupila Zambia. Attach. Mupike bola. Kunkulu shamuele tula. Mupike. Away. Nativa Zambia. Zambia. Nativa Zambia. Zambia.
Big Bola Batea is back by Juju. If we're Bola to tear, is back by fire. Bambi Bashintili La Voodoo. If when you know, okay, no voodoo. I got to teen and have a sungu. Bola ni lesa tefi sungu. Nangu atangi lea. Bola ni na
Bolanales, a song done by various artists. So this I've dedicated to all the Bolanales boys for the good work they are doing. Okay, time for me to introduce my guests in the studio. And the first one is Bunty Howard, sensational horse rider, who has represented Zambia at the Youth Olympic Games, Africa Youth Games, and many other competitions. That's her, Bunty Howard. She's a Zambian, but now based in the UK, where she's pursuing her career in horse jumping. So she's one of our guests today. Bunty, welcome to the program. Then aside from Bunty, we have a judoka. Also, by the way, Bunty was born on 30th August 2002, so she's now 19. But we have another August baby, but this one was born on 22nd in 1997. I'm talking about Rachel Masuku. She has represented Zambia at the 2017 World Championship in Hungary. So these are the two guests that we have this evening. I can't wait for the last segment, the ball juggling and arm wrestling. We'll see who is the best. Ladies, thank you very much for coming. You can come and join me here. Bunty Howard, horse rider, and also Rachel Masuku, judoka. Right, so before I engage you, let's see if we can refresh your minds again regarding the photo question that I asked you. How much do you know your sports personalities? Are you able to identify that sports personality for me? Who is that player? He is also a legend in Zambian football. He's played for Zambia in, at the World Cup tournament. That's at under 20 level. Also played at Africa Cup of Nations, and also has played in the World Cup qualifiers as well as Africa Cup qualifiers. What's his name? So you can call me or send a WhatsApp message. Everything will be displayed on your screen. Right, so let me engage my guests. Let me start with you, Bunty. Horse jumping, really. Some say it's a complex sport, but we want to find out from you. The profile I gave is rich by Zambian standards. Tell us how you started.
I grew up on a family farm just on Leopard's Hill, and both my parents rode horses, so we're a very horsey family. And I've always wanted to ride horses since I was very small. And basically from when I was a very small child, I've always had interested in horses, and yeah, it just pursued. At
what age was that?
I started when I was 18 months old. 18
months?
Yes.
That's 1 year...
6 months.
1 year, 6 months. Yeah. And that's you there.
Yes.
I'm wondering how old you were at that time.
There, I was 4 years old.
You were 4 years old?
Yes, yeah.
Wow, you're coming from very far. And can you remember that horse?
Yes, his name was Beckett.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he still there?
No, he's still on our farm, but he's not competing. He's having a nice retirement.
Okay, right. So you said your family is also into horses. Would you say you were inspired by your family?
Yes, I was definitely inspired by my family, but also competing here in Zambia, it was a very small sport. But Zambia wanted to get bigger, wanted to be known, and I think I wanted to carry that on for Zambia, along with some other riders from here. So that want to carry on and be better for Zambia was there, and that's why I carried on in my career.
All right. Let's also hear from Rachel Masuku. By the way, you have a nice surname, which means fruits, Masuku, yeah. Wild fruits. Tell us how you started judo. Mostly people say judo is a sport for men. How did you get into it?
Oh, well, we're happy to challenge the men, if they say it's only for men. Well, I also came from a family of sports, so it wasn't really that hard for me to gain interest into judo. Well, I was inspired by my uncle. He was also a judoka. So most of the time, whenever he's going for training, I would just follow, watch him train. He would chase me. I would still go back to training till he relocated to Lusaka, and I continued. I gained more interest into the sport somewhere in 2006, and then from there I picked
when
it
you
up.
were 10 years old?
Yeah.
About 9, somewhere there.
Yeah.
Sure. What's the name of your uncle, and which town did you grow up from?
I grew up from Copperbelt Kanfinsa Police Camp, and my uncle is George Masuku.
Okay, all right. So we can see that's you there.
Yeah.
And you didn't have, did you have dreads by then?
No, I didn't have. I had short hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Where was that?
Oh, that's Skanze Police Camp. That's where ZNBC trains from. We rent that gym now. That was when I relocated from Copperbelt and came to Lusaka.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when was your first competitive event?
Well, internationally, my first international competition was in Angola, 2006. We went for regional 5 games. Yeah.
How did you fare there?
Well, it was a very big opportunity for me, as well as I was very nervous. I didn't really know what to do, but I was so grateful that I emerged victorious at the end of the day.
All right. What about you, Bunty? When was your first competitive event?
More than a long time ago. Probably when I was 5, we had the show jumping at the showgrounds, and we had the International Pony Club where it all started against Zimbabwe and against South Africa, and they came over and competed with us.
All right. So, so the showgrounds has been hosting the events for a long time. So that's also a long time ago. Can you remember that?
Yeah.
That day.
Yes, that was actually at home on our farm. We had a coach over from South Africa, and we were having a clinic there, so it was just training. But yeah, I was about 12 there, and
about 12 years old.
Training for another show.
And I think that's the time I started following you. Yeah, around that time. What's the name of that horse?
That's Starwood Gdansk. He was from Zimbabwe.
Okay, he's still there?
Yes, he's there. He's ridden by Megan Lilly, one of the riders now. So yeah, he's still going and helping younger riders.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So how can you describe your career? You started at the age of 1 year, 6 months, and now you are 19. How has been your run?
I think my career really started in 2018. I qualified to go to the Youth Olympic Games, and we went to the FAI World Jumping Challenge final in Uzbekistan, and then also the Africa Youth Games in Algeria. And from there I knew that I wanted to do riding as my career and as my profession. So I decided 2 years ago I was going to move to Belgium in Europe.
Okay, so before you reach there, I know you talked about the Africa Youth Games.
Yes.
I think we have some visuals where you competed at the Africa Youth Games, and from Zambia you went with Castle.
Yes.
Ariana Castle.
Ariana Castle.
Yes. So if the director can just show us videos of the Africa Youth Games where you competed, how can you describe that event?
That event was the first event we competed on borrowed horses, and again it was a much bigger event. It was our first really big Africa Youth Games, so against all different African countries. But it was a huge experience, and I definitely learned a lot from that and used that to go ahead with the rest of my competitions.
Yeah. That's you dancing there. I wonder what song you were dancing to. What song
I
was
wonder
that?
what song, I don't know. I don't want to know.
Not sure whether it was the Zambian song or not, but that was the Zambian contingent.
Yes.
How was the unit in camp?
Oh, I loved it so much. Getting to know the other athletes. There was the hockey team, the runners, Kennedy and Nidi. And yeah, it was so much fun. That was us at the opening ceremony. Yes.
All over.
Yeah, Zambia had the most spirit, I think, out of all the countries. They all loved us.
High spirits.
Yes.
I can see. But are you happy with how you performed at this event?
Personally, I didn't come out where I wanted to be. Ariana did very well for Zambia. I also came up for top 10, but still wanted to be higher. We didn't get
And that's you there?
Yes, that's me.
Which horse were you riding?
That horse was called Boy West.
Okay, so
Yeah.
That horse is from Algeria?
Yes, they were all from Algeria.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you enjoyed the moment in Algeria.
Yes.
Then after that, that's when you went to the Youth Olympic Games in Argentina.
Yes.
How was the experience there?
That was the most incredible experience, unforgettable experience of my life. Yeah, it was incredible. Obviously, global as opposed to just Africa Games. It was the whole world, and yeah, it was amazing to be representing Zambia there.
Okay, so before that, so that was not a World Card entry. You qualified for it to go for the Olympics.
Yes, I qualified the year before for Zambia. Yeah.
All right. I'll get back to you to know where some horses are, because there are some horses which are very popular here around mass media. Horses like Lollipop Man. I'll ask later on.
Okay.
But Rachel, tell us also about the major competitions that you've participated in.
Okay. So from 2016, after I participated in the regional 5 games, I was also picked to, because then I was that was the junior games. I was selected to also.
Sorry for cutting you short. Which event was this one?
This was 2017 World Championship in Hungary.
In Hungary, and
yeah.
This is the climax of your career.
Yeah, sure. So fortunately, I was eliminated in the first round, but this was the best, and it was very overwhelming. Yeah.
So this was the only fight that you fought,
yes,
and you were
yes.
eliminated.
Yeah, fortunately.
Okay,
yeah.
Who is that fighter?
That's Christina Perez. She's from Russia, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Okay. What kind of competition did she give you?
Well, in as much as it was my first senior competition, if I had more time and chance, I would have at least done something better. But overall, she was like 32 years old, and she was still the senior then. She was the best. She gave me a very good game, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think age matters when it comes to judo? Or maybe it's the weight category, weight that matters.
Not really, because weight category, you can't fight somebody who's not in your weight. We fight in a weight range. She was more experienced and exposed to such huge tournaments, and that was my first senior competition. So she really had very high exposure and experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of the lessons that you learned from that championship?
Oh well, it taught me just to be courageous and believe in myself, and just to work hard. Yeah.
Okay. We saw another one there, and that should be a Zambian competition.
Oh yeah, this was last year's National Women's Tournament.
And who are you fighting there?
I was fighting Wendy Mwawa from Zambia Army.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I remember you won this fight.
Yes, sure, yeah.
Okay. And there you look bigger than usual, or maybe when you're you're on the match, you look bigger.
No, actually, I've put up some weight, which I'm working on now. Yeah, I'll be smaller than that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your weight category?
My weight category should be 70 kg.
Yeah, I think you are my category. I think
Yeah.
we need to square off.
Sure.
All right. So, so before the World Championships, you were mentioning of other tournaments that you took part in.
From the World Championships.
Before the World Championship.
No.
Okay.
From the World
so it was Region 5. From Region 5, you went to the World Championship.
Yes, sure.
After that.
After that, I got another interest in administration and also coaching, which I applied for. There's this exchange program sponsored by NOREC, NIF, and NOSPA, which I was selected to represent Zambia Judo in Malawi. From here, we went to Norway for a youth camp, and from there, I was selected to go to Malawi for a year. Fortunately, due to COVID, the stay had to be cut short. We remained for about 2 months to finish our program. So from there, I was coaching at Kamuzu Institute for Sports in Malawi, which I was helping the Malawi Judo national team as an assistant coach there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, meaning you've gone into administration. You're also the deputy director at Zambia Judo Association Women's Commission. How did you get into that position?
Well, I'm sure it came on merit. Looking at how committed I was, I'm sure that's why I was selected. I should say, yeah. Okay.
So are you enjoying more of managerial or competing on the mat?
I should say I'm enjoying both.
You're enjoying both?
Yes.
Okay, so you feel free to call us. The numbers are displayed on the screen. You can call or send a WhatsApp message so that we hear from you. Or do you have a question for Rachel or Bunty? By the way, talking about Bunty, Bunty's mother is Rachel. So what a coincidence. Bunty, what do you have to say about your mom, Rachel, who is also your coach?
Yeah, being my mom and my coach, obviously we have a very strong relationship, and I think that's what's helped me get so far. And yeah, she's been with me all through everything, through all competitions and through the lowest times and through the best times, so I'm very appreciative of her. Okay,
so you also have Alistair, your brother, who is also a horse rider, and your dad, Andrew, how much support do they give you?
Oh, an enormous amount of support. My brother has moved on from show jumping. He's actually playing polo. So yeah, so my family is very in all the various disciplines in the horse riding world. And then my dad has played polo cross. He's played polo, so he understands the horse riding, and he's given me so much support. Come with me everywhere. Yeah.
Incredible. Tell us, who are those in that photo?
So the person on the left that's my mom, who is also my coach at the Youth Olympic Games. And then next to me in the green jacket is Mr. Kambi from the National Olympic Committee. And then next to him is my dad, who came to support me in Argentina.
Awesome. So that's how much your family supports you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest trophy that you've ever won in the last 18 years, or is it 17 years that you've been competing?
I would say the bronze medal in the team event at the Youth Olympic Games. That was a huge bonus to go there and receive the bronze medal. And yeah, definitely the cherry on top to the whole experience. Right.
So recently you had gone to Congo DR.
Yes.
We have those visuals. You were in Congo, Lubumbashi, where you were competing in the international show jumping. How can you describe that event?
It's one of my favorite events. Being so close to home, it's easy to travel, and We have made some friends there over the years. I've been there a few times, and it's such a cool atmosphere. They have riders from Europe coming in, so them experience the African atmosphere, and the African aspect of show jumping is they found it so thrilling. But yeah, it's different as we ride at night time, so it's different for the horses, but it's also very exciting.
And there you are, I can see you at the back with Hillary there.
Yes, yeah, that's me with Hillary.
So you were the senior most rider among
Yes.
the 7 riders or so?
There was one other rider from Kitwe, Lisa O'Connor. But otherwise, yes, it was me from after.
And that's you there. What's the name of the horse and what event was that one?
So that horse was lent to me by my mother. Is Queen of Victory, and she led up to her name. She won the 3 classes, so yeah, couldn't be more happy with that.
Queen of Victory, and that's 1 meter.
Yes, that's 1 meter.
All right. How was the course built? Was it so complicated, jumping?
No, it was fairly good. I think they had some challenges, they had some questions for us, but in the end the show ran really smoothly. Everyone had a good round and ended on a good note, because at the beginning, of course, it's tough with the new environment, new arena. The horses find it a bit different. So, but everyone ended really well and on a good result.
So, does the color of the horse, does it matter? Some say no, white horses are better and so forth.
No, the color of the horse doesn't change.
Okay. So, are you satisfied with the performance, with your performance in Lubumbashi?
Yes, I'm more than happy with it. I was also helping out the other riders from Zambia, so I think along with competing, doing the coaching side of it was also really good. And
okay, so how many trophies did you win from there?
I won 3 trophies.
3 trophies?
Yes.
All in 1 meter?
All in the 1 meter, yes.
Under 1 meter?
Yeah.
Okay, so how many categories did you compete in?
I only competed in the 1 meter and the 120 centimeters, where I was lent a horse from the Congolese Federation.
And that's you there scooping first position?
Yes.
All right, I can see on the left, on the right, is that Isabella?
Yes, that's Isabella Gifford.
So Isabella Gifford lives in Zambia but was competing for Zimbabwe.
Yes.
Then on the left, I don't know, do you know that rider?
She was a Congolese rider.
Oh, she's a Congolese rider.
Yes, yeah.
Right. How was the feeling there? Knowing that everyone is watching you and you have won?
Oh, it's always very nice to know that you've just won the class you've been training for, but yeah, in the end, I can't take all the credit. The horse did a lot of the work. The grooms are behind the scenes, and everyone that helps in the background to get us there. So yeah, it's always very good to take the first place and be in the spotlight, but can't take all the credit.
All right, all right. But what would you say is behind your success? Is it the horses or yourself?
I think it's just the training and the hours in the saddle, as you say. My dad always gave me this saying that 10,000 hours, and just practice and practice and never giving up, as you say. The horse obviously plays a part, but with those hours you put into it, you create a bond with the horse, and then, yeah, everything falls into place.
Okay. Let's go to Rachel now. Rachel, what would you say is your biggest achievement in judo?
Oh well, my first international medal was my biggest achievement, because I won a gold medal in the regional 5 games, and I also, the team event also, we scooped a silver medal, so that was the best time. Yeah.
Okay. So, of late, are you still competing? Or
yes,
are you still
sure.
very active?
Yes, sure, I am.
I know there was an event which was held recently.
Yeah, we had.
Did you participate?
No, I couldn't, fortunately. I wasn't feeling fine. Yeah.
Okay. So, is that the first medal you are talking about?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, where was that?
That was in Angola.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, sure.
Who are the other?
Oh, those are two sisters from Zimbabwe. They were not my opponents, they were just my friends. Yeah, sure.
All right. What are some of your aspirations? What are you hoping to achieve? You are now 24. What are your hopes and aspirations?
Well, my hopes now is to hopefully qualify for 2024 Olympics in Paris. Hopefully, I hope to participate there.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Have you ever tried to qualify for the Olympics? Well,
fortunately, our association can't. Not most of us judokas go in the Olympic qualifiers tournament due to lack of funds here and there. So usually the association manages maybe to take one athlete to participate for the Olympic qualifiers, so not everyone is privileged to participate in those qualifiers.
And usually it's men?
Yeah, sure.
Because previously we had Stephen Mungandu competing at the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
Wow. We are hoping in the near future, because everyone wants to qualify for the Olympics. That should be at OIDC,
yes,
am I right?
At OIDC. Yeah.
Right. That should have been the women's.
Yes, that women's national tournament last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think women are coming up to join the sport of judo in Zambia?
Yes, sure they are. For us to even have such an event for the women's tournament, they're really coming up, especially the young girls. They're more interested in enjoying the sport, and yeah, it's really nice to see young girls and women joining judo. Yeah.
Okay. Where was that?
Oh, that was some of the boys I was training in Malawi.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. So you were multi-talented. You can be a coach.
Yeah, sure. I enjoy coaching, especially kids.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Now they say usually judokas, the lovely faces, lovely smiles. Where was that?
That was in Malawi. We were attending the sports awards. Yeah, wow. So those are some of my teammates. They were the Norwegians. We were together for the exchange program. So we were presenting the sports awards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Usually they say judokas mostly and footballers. If they are girls, usually they are tomboys. Have you been a tomboy?
No, I'm just me. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just me.
That time when you would shave, you have a haircut, maybe put on clothes that are seemingly like boys. Is that your preference?
No. I just love dressing comfortably. I just put on whatever I'm comfortable with. Yeah, okay. Sure. People shouldn't assume. Yeah. Okay.
Now you are enjoying your dreads.
Yeah. I had to put them back. Yeah.
Okay. Bunty, what's your preferred haircut? Do you do haircuts and so forth?
No, I don't really.
Okay.
Yeah, I just stick to the normal ponytail. Wearing the helmet all the time in the riding, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay. All right. How lucrative is the sport of judo, Rachel?
Well, because of COVID now we have challenges here and there, because we can't just keep on training without competitions, but because of COVID, our performance and our I should say it's a bit challenging to maintain ourselves, because you have to maintain your weight. You would be training and you're not competing, so you just be going for training and you are overlooking on your weight. So it's a bit of a challenge on competition day, because you would get to fight in another weight because you didn't really manage to adapt to maintain your weight.
Can
So-
one make a living from judo? Just doing judo and you make a living?
Yeah, sure, there is. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's an inspiration out
Yeah,
there.
sure.
Bunty, how lucrative is equestrian?
I mean, it's a huge sport. Obviously, in Europe, there's a lot of people that do it just as their profession. So, yeah, it's very much so.
It's very lucrative.
Yeah.
So at the moment, what are you doing? Earlier on, I said you started with Belgium. Now you are in the UK. How has it been? How has been the experience outside Zambia?
To be honest, it's so different outside of Zambia. Like I said, it's bigger in the UK and Europe, but so there's obviously the way of practicing. But I am loving it out there. But Zambia's always been my home, so I come back as much as I can. But I do have my own horse back in the UK, so I need to get back and train with him for our next goals as well next year.
Where have you had the best experience, Belgium or UK?
I would say the UK. I've been more exposed to other shows and been able to get out there and compete a lot more.
Okay. So do you have to move with the horse, or when you are going for these competitions, or you find the horse wherever you are going, so you have to adapt to any horse you are given?
Mostly the competitions I'm doing now in the UK is with your own horse. So we transport them, we have the trucks, and we go there and take our own horses there.
All right. All right. So, to be time for challenges, but we'll go for a musical break. But I'll be waiting for those messages or calls, so that before we close, at least we can talk to you. So for now, we introduce a song done by Kabova and Ozzy, as well as Ben Blazer, and it's titled Chipolo Polo. Polo Polo song. Time for challenges now. Arm wrestling and ball juggling. So ladies, what are you going to start with? Arm wrestling or ball juggling?
Ball juggling.
Ball juggling. Okay, so who goes first?
Okay.
Rachel. Rachel, you go first. So there you are. I'll be counting. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
Good.
Time now for Bunty. How many are you going to do? You have 5 to beat Rachel.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. And the
Can I
time
go?
starts now. 1.
Can I go again?
Horse rider up against judoka. So let's see. Maybe, who knows? Bunty, maybe you might equalize through arm wrestling. So you can rest your elbows there on that podium. Okay. When I count up to 3, then when I say go, you go. 1, 2. Oh, you can hold the, yeah, so that you support it. Yes. 1, 2, 3, go. Bunty up against Rachel. Bunty is a horse rider. Rachel is a judoka. Who is the strongest? It looks like Rachel is almost winning, but Bunty is clinging on. Oh my God. Rachel is a winner. So let me declare the winner now.
By
Power is vested in me. Let me declare the winner. Who is the winner? Is it Bunty or Rachel? So it's Rachel. Well done. So ladies,
done.
thank you very much for coming through. So I was hosting Bunty Howard, who is a horse rider. She's represented Zambia at many international events. Rachel Masuku, a judoka, was represented Zambia at the World Championships. That was in 2017 in Hungary. My name is Modern Sinkal. Until next week, when I bring another guest, see you.